Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me today. This is going to be a reading for Capricorn in Sun, Moon, and Rising positions for April 15th to the 30th. General message for Capricorn signs in the Sun, Moon, and Rising position. Okay, let's see. What are the messages for Capricorn? Okay, Capricorn, this is a really interesting spread. It looks like right now, Capricorn, you're in a place where you're sort of, you're kind of clinging to rational thought in the face of things feeling very irrational. You are going through big changes. You are on the path of self-discovery, and you are at the place right now where you may be tapping into some some psychic abilities, right? Like really, you may be coming online to your soul's purpose, and you're having a hard time rationalizing it because you're trying to rationalize it, which is interesting. You're trying to make sense of something that isn't logical, and you're trying to apply logic to it. And so you're coming up a little bit bound up. You're not feeling like very confident right now that you can actually go for it, and that you have what it takes to fulfill this ability that you're tapping into. As you can see, the moon card's in reverse. So that suggests that your rebirth is challenging you because you don't feel completely confident in your abilities to do what you're thinking is coming online here for you. And you're trying to make rational, logical sense of something that doesn't make rational or logical sense. So, of course, you're in the grips of this right now. Now, at the end of the day, you do know, you can sense it, that you need some physical energy. Okay? That you're feeling like you need to develop the tasks of everyday life and stay humble, gentle, and, realistic. There's a part of you that's trying to be really realistic, and that's really a problem because what you're going through defies reality. Okay, it defies reality in the way that we think of reality. So by trying to apply logic and realistic thought to this, you're finding that it's not resolving itself, right? The situation is you feel really bound up. You don't feel confident. You don't feel confident. You feel like you are struggling to make sense of a situation here, and you're almost using the wrong tools in the toolbox to try and make sense of it. Okay. Now, in the past, I can see that you did start the journey of self-discovery. So you've been on this road for a while, and in your mind, you know exactly who you are. But that's all about to change because you are turning into a new person. You are evolving spiritually, and you could be coming online. I'm really getting the sense that you're coming online to some empathic and psychic abilities. So in the future, you can really expect that the emotional flow that you're already experiencing is going to really start down a new path. And that emotional flow is going to take you in different directions that you might not really, you might not really understand just yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is still the ace, so it's very raw. It's very beginning stages of the idea of opening up that heart and starting to feel things again. Now, it's interesting for you because, like we said, you do feel like you know who you are. And I think that this definition of yourself is changing. And in the outward world, you're actually coming across as someone who's being a bit of a miser, right? You've got the Four of Pentacles here. So I'm guessing whatever is shifting here for you is actually affecting your prosperity a little bit. Maybe because of what you're discovering about yourself, you've realized that you need to change jobs. Maybe you realize you need to do something different to make money. And so other people are sort of picking up on the fact that maybe you're, being a bit of a miser right now because you feel about to face some truth about your identity that you're not really sure about yet. Like the Four of Pentacles is sort of that feeling that comes before we realize the truth of the matter. And so the outward manifestation of yourself that you're putting into the world suggests, I don't have enough. It's a lack of abundance. You're putting out into the world the energy that's actually going to work against you, because you're in your head so much, trying to be rational and logical, that you're freaking yourself out, and you're getting anxious about whether or not you're going to have enough. And you've decided, I don't have enough. And so that's the energy you're putting out into the world, which can be kind of dangerous when you're trying to manifest a new start. Because if you're already starting off by saying you don't have enough, you're going to feel that anytime you have an abundance of anything, you're not going to appreciate it. So your biggest hope and fear is that, you know, this is really going to block you, that your perception of your identity and your perception of how you bring in prosperity is going to make you feel like that nothing's ever enough. And it's also kind of a hope for you. You sort of want to go through life believing that, you know, there's enough for everybody, but you're having a hard time with that. Right now, you're feeling a little bit scarcity, right? Like you're not really feeling abundant. And your biggest hope and fear is that you're right, that you're not abundant, and that once you get to a place where you know who you are and you know how you want to express yourself, that you won't be able to, because you won't have the resources in place that you need in order to do that. So that's really, really weighing on you. It's really weighing on you. And it's like it's like you're using the wrong tools in the toolbox to do the same job. And in fact, you could be making the job more difficult for yourself because of the way you're approaching it and the tools you're using. Now, so the final outcome for you is really suggesting that you are going to need to gather up that physical energy, and you're going to have to really ground and be gentle, and to try to build up that physical energy in a way that's productive. This card is in reverse, so that suggests that that's going to be challenging for you, because this really says that you're starting over with your identity. And like right now, you feel very secure in your identity, but that whole identity is shifting. That's not who you are anymore, and you're evolving into the next evolution of yourself. And so as a result, that Queen of Pentacles is going to go into a page, because you're starting over again. You're starting up, you're starting over, you're starting to identify yourself in a new way, and you know you're going to get there by sort of doing stuff consistently. So if this does have to do with like a change in how you make money, you're going to need to be consistently working at it. If this is an entrepreneurial self-business type situation, which I'm sort of getting the sense that it is, you have to stay on top of yourself. You're going to need to make sure that you're getting up, you're working, you're doing what you need to do, and that you're not spending a lot of time here, right? Being mental about it, trying to infuse logic and rationality in a situation that actually requires you to just do the acts that you need to do to get the project off the ground, so that you can really open up and start to feel confident that you can handle this new version of yourself that is, you know, you're evolving into it, and you're going to learn about yourself from the beginning. And that's going to be a bit of a challenge for you, Capricorn. You're having a hard time with the idea that you have to start over again. But you know what? I think once you feel confident, you're going to do it. You're going to do it, and you're going to turn the energy of this card right side up, and you're going to start anew, hopefully feeling like it's not like you have to retell yourself the story. Just because you're discovering yourself from the beginning, that's not a negative. That's actually can be seen as quite a positive, that you're evolving. You know, you're reaching for the next stage in your self-discovery journey. So Capricorn, this is great. I hope that you keep going and that you get out of your head. I know it's hard because you're a Capricorn and you like to think about things, but you know, your home suit, you're a cardinal earth sign. So you are really the Queen of Pentacles here. Okay, that's really who you are. And so it's important to remember that and not get too lost in the idea that you can't handle it. This is you. Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn. This reading is for Capricorn. You are going to be prosperous no matter what you do, because you will work towards it. And even though right now the idea of starting over again is causing you to feel really bound up logically, once you shift your perspective and see it as part of the journey and really open up that emotional flow and feel confident in yourself, you're really going to go for it. I mean, the Strength card represents Leo energy, and Leo is like that long, fiery burn that could keep you warm all winter. So you really you got to tap into that aspect of yourself, that fire that can keep burning throughout this self-discovery process. Very nice reading for you, Capricorns. Now, I'm going to grab a card here for you for your final words of encouragement as you traverse this timeline here of self-discovery. What are the words of encouragement for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising? For Capricorn, thank you. A leg up. Another sign got leg up. I can't remember which one. So leg up really implies that you don't have to do this alone, that you can involve collaborators. So, you know, your biggest hope and your fear is that once you have all your ducks in a row, you're not going to know what to do with that energy and that you're going to be lost. So you're not going to be lost. You need to remember, Capricorn, you don't have to do everything by yourself. This attitude that you're putting out into the world that you don't have enough isn't true. There are people who believe in you, and there are people who want to collaborate with you, and there are people who believe in your vision, and they're coming, you're attracting them. And so, you know, you're not going to have to carry this load alone. You're really not. And, you know, you certainly can if you want to, but Spirit here is guiding you to remember that, you know, there are people that are going to want to collaborate with you and be a partner and give you that leg up and maybe support you in ways that you are unexpected. So it's important to be emotionally open to those people when they show up and, you know, allow them to participate and collaborate as long as it, you know, fits within your boundaries. So that's a lovely message for you, Capricorn. And if it has resonated for you and you would like more clarity on this, my email is in the description below, and I'm available for personal readings. Okay, thank you so much for joining me, Capricorn, and we'll see you again for another reading very soon. Have a great day.